Hello and welcome to the In God We Trust coin channel. I am Mandad1964 and this is take two. Just so if you're keeping score, you would have no idea. Anyway, this is my PCGS results video. Now, if you haven't seen my PCGS pre-submission video, go to my homepage and it's the video right below this one. They list the videos there in recent order. This is the top video. It's right below that one. So, starting off with, and these are in the exact same order, and I will just mention these first two coins are Kennedy half dollars, and they were both found coin roll hunting in bank boxes. They're available down at your local bank there. For most people, not all. There we go. It's a pretty lustrous coin. I was hoping for a 67 on this one, because that would have put me in, a little bit of money. At 67, they have it, listed as a $185 coin. And 67 plus, it's a $2,000 coin. There's only been 5 PCGS graded 67 pluses. At 68, there's only 2, and that would be a $12,500 coin. Now, I was hoping for a 67 in that previous video. If you saw it, I said I'm hoping, I really didn't expect that, but I was saying it should be at least a 65 or 66. And after I submitted these coins, I saw a lot coming up on eBay, and they were like MS65, and they had chatter all over. Just totally no eye appeal, a lot of marks. So I was real excited about that, and I was like, this coin has to be a 67. Just has to be. Here's the obverse. And if you know anything about Kennedy half dollars, now this is just, a 72 normal clad. There's no silver or anything. But, we're looking for a numismatic rarity, conditional rarity. I mean, look how mark-free it is. Very few. They usually get beat up right along here, and then along the neck, and then of course they get marks out in the fields too. I don't agree with this grade. I think it's wrong from what I've seen. Anyway, that's what I got. 64. Very disappointing. Tell me what you think in the comments. Do you agree? Do you think it's right on? Or I'm just not in tune with the grading process, which is possible. That's a good looking coin. I don't agree with that grade. Moving on. It's also another Kennedy half dollar found coin roll hunting. It's a 2011 Philadelphia. There's the reverse. Absolutely, well, let me turn it over. Stunning. This coin I actually had already inserted in my album. And when you would open up that album, this coin just jumped out at you. It would just draw your eye to it. And that's what you're looking for when you're looking for high grade mint state coins. And I just want to mention, I saw a previous video. This was years ago. He was a YouTuber. He's a coin dealer. He has his own coin shop. He made the comment one time in one of his videos, you'll never find high grade coins in bank boxes. Well, I beg to differ because I found this one and it's got a pretty high grade. I'm pretty satisfied with this one. It was what I was hoping for on this one. And now, what you're looking for when you're getting these bank boxes, and I was fortunate enough to come across a couple, is collection dumps. But yeah, he's right. This is an NIFC, not issued for circulation. So you should not find this in your bank box. But people dump collections either voluntarily or they died, and the people who are left with it, they just turn it in for cash, or it was stolen. Whatever, it'll end up in a bank box. So here's this one. I was hoping for a 68. Beautiful coin. Hardly any marks. Yeah, hoping for that 68, and that's what I got. And PCGS values this coin at $450. There's only been, now including mine, 45 graded at 68. There's only 8 PCGS coins graded higher than this one, and if you count one NGC, 9. There's 9 coins. 9 graded higher than this one. So I am thrilled to death. Like I said, PCGS 450. Will I realize that? No. The lowest priced one on eBay right now, $229. So that's something. If I can get $225 for this, almost pays for my whole submission, or a big portion of it anyway. So I was thrilled to death with this one. Found in a bank box for 50 cents. It's over a $200 coin, no doubt. Bam. Thank you. See, what are we going to next? Okay, now, all of the rest of these coins were bought on eBay. And I just want to say real quickly, because eBay gets a lot of flack for fake coins or, whatever. And it's not eBay's fault. It's the people on eBay who are selling. So you have to do your due diligence and find reputable coin dealers, people that are selling, like I do. I sell on there. And I'm proud to say that none of these coins came back as fake. None of them came back with cleaned. They were all uncirculated. So didn't get any coins that were passed off as uncirculated, and then they were AU, almost uncirculated. So enough of that. Let me move on here. And we're going to be looking at a couple of Silver Eagles. First one up is a 1996. And I thought it could possibly come back questionable color. This is a reverse. And it just has a little toning on the edge, kind of purple. The, as you can see, is very nice looking reverse. Hardly any blemishes. Kind of a little discoloration. I don't know what's going on there. Not really any marks. It's just kind of discoloration of some sort. Anyway, the obverse is where all the toning's going on. And some people will love it and some people will hate it. That's just the way things go. So it is a key day. This is the lowest minted bullion strike, at least until recent events, I guess, maybe. 1996, it was considered a key date. On this one, I was hoping for also a 68, right? Yeah. If you watched that video, I said I'm hoping for a 68. That's what I got. And it's not questionable toning or color. How about that? Nice. On eBay, these are going, and it's going to depend on who the buyer is and what he finds attractive. Recent sales, $275, $150, $120, $250, and $175. So it doesn't really, and the next one coming up is another Silver Eagle with toning, and then you'll see there's not a huge difference in them. Anyway, I was hoping for a 68. I got it, so not too bad. I'm surprised. I really thought it would be questionable toning. Let me move on to the next one. Wow. I love this one. I don't know if I ever want to sell it. Got a crescent rainbow on the reverse. This is a 1989, okay? Lots of luster. And that's the thing with these bullion coins. They'll strike anywhere from satiny finish to almost proof-like, very reflective. Beautiful. This one I knew the color was right. Looked good. I was hoping on this one for, again, 68. If you watched that other video, I did point out one little blemish right here. See that? A hit, maybe 2 hits. Right there, 4 little marks. That is what kept this coin from being a 70. Got a 69. And look at that. Is it gorgeous or what? That's a great looking coin. Recent sales on eBay. Again, like I said, it's not much different than a 68. 275, 133, and one sold for 175. It all depends on who's buying it, what they like, how it appeals to them. I would pay more for this one than I would the other one. It looks better. It's got a higher grade. There's that. Now we're moving on. The next coin up is a 1947 Denver $50 with beautiful golden toning. I kind of wondered about this one in my head, like, is that real toning? Is that authentic? And really, there's only 2 types of toning. There is natural, or could also be called accidental. It just happened. Nobody tried to make it tone. It just happened. So it's either natural or accidental. And then there's what some people call artificial, and then I've heard other people say, well, there's no such thing as artificial toning. It's just intentional. So I didn't know if this was intentional toning. Turns out, as you can see, it's straight grade. And on this coin, I was hoping for, what was I hoping for? A 65. I was hoping for that. Wasn't sure. I was pleasantly surprised, and I'll let you try to guess. What do you think it is? Same really nice toning. And that sometimes makes me question a coin when it's equally toned on both sides. Like, how did that happen? But this one has it. Both sides. 66. I was thrilled with that one. Let's see, what are they going for? PCGS has this coin valued at $240. And recent eBay auctions have it at, one has it up 240. And one 168. Another one 168. There's one for 294 and one for 287. So really pleased with this one. Now, I've seen another YouTuber, and again, he's a YouTuber and a coin shop owner, it appears. I heard him say recently, don't send your coins in for grading. If you want a particular coin and a particular grade, just buy that coin already slabbed. That takes all the fun out of it for me. And I'm not an expert. This is my first ever submission. I've been wanting to do it for a long time. I was apprehensive. It seemed complicated and convoluted, but I highly recommend it. If you're a coin collector and this is your hobby, why wouldn't you want to send in your own coins for grading? And now, I'm pleased with the results. With two out of the 8 I'm not pleased with, but 6 out of the 8 satisfied with. Makes me wonder, do they know, like, oh, first submission, let's kind of like a drug dealer, let's feed him some good grades, and that way he'll come back, right? I'm kind of leery. But then if you're going to do it, you got to be ready for some rejections and some disappointments. Let me put it that way. But again, it's a hobby. Enjoy it. Collect what you like. Do what you want. Send your coins in for grading, and experience that for yourself. Be an active participant. Don't be a passive participant. I'm going to buy all my coins graded. Or just shun the grading altogether and just buy all raw coins and let it, be that. I encourage you to be an active participant in this hobby. It's the greatest hobby on the face of the planet, in my opinion. Having said all that, we're moving on to the last 3, which are all Morgans. This one, common date. A lot of luster, nice cartwheel, straight grade, as you can see. Touch of toning. And then up at the top, just, that on the edge there. I said this coin would be an MS63. And I was right. It's an MS63. Just has too much chatter on the cheek. This is one of the first areas they look at. And then this field right in front of her face, a lot more chatter. Contact marks, bag marks. It's a 63 all day. It's barely, it wasn't even worth it, really. I just, this is an experiment for me. Kind of grading my own knowledge, seeing where my understanding lies. And yeah, eBay, these sell for that's recent sales, $68, $70, $65, $72. Yeah, so not a valuable coin at all. Next coin up. Oh, let's see here. Another Morgan. Look at that. Straight grade. Woo! Man, that thing looks good. It looks better. I'm looking through my phone. It looks better through my phone than in person. Not too shabby. What is it? It's a 19040. This coin I was hoping for, what was it? Let me look at my notes. A 64. Nice color around the edge. I mentioned in that other video, I said it looked kind of hazy, and after I sent these off, I was almost like, man, you should have dipped that coin, because it's almost proof-like if you see it in hand. There's a real shiny area right here, but you can see here also the haze in the fields. The fields are hazy, and so I was contemplating, like, should I dip this coin? But I was just too scared to. My first submission and all. So I just sent it in like it is. And pleasantly surprised. 65. Not too bad. PCGS has it valued at 185. Right? Yeah. And recent sales on eBay, 164, 146, 149. So, you know, right in the 150 range. It's not a real valuable coin, but hey, an MS65 Morgan, I like them. That's what I go for. I had some Morgans graded like 60 to 63. I'm getting rid of all those. I'm selling them because they don't compare with the 64 and above. One day I'll get into the 66s, possibly a 67. 67, doesn't matter what it is, that's going to be an expensive coin. Hey, is that pretty? Look at that. That's pretty. All right, last coin. And if you watched my other video, this was the coin I was the most excited about. This is the coin I wanted to send in before any other coin. This is the coin that is my submission is based around. Ah! You probably already saw it, like off in the distance. Look at that. But it is authentic, and it is uncirculated. So I didn't buy a coin that was fake, and I didn't buy a coin that was not genuine. But it is not gradable. This was a letdown. But I don't know if I'm more disappointed about this coin or the 1972 Denver. There's the reverse. Yeah. I think they're wrong. Questionable color. Unk details. That just means it's uncirculated, but there's a problem with the coin. A lot of people don't understand that. Unk details. Okay. Now, sometimes you will see coins and they'll say brilliant uncirculated details. Okay. That's just adjectival description. It's not giving it a numerical description because it probably wasn't going to grade high anyway. So adjectival is just like brilliant uncirculated or choice uncirculated, gem. Anyway, if you see unk details, that means there's a problem with the coin. And this one, of course, they spell it out for you. Questionable color. This is a 1887 graded MS64 star by NGC. Beautiful coin. And I see hardly any difference at all. The color progression. I've looked into toning and what it should look like, especially on a Morgan. And there's a color progression, meaning it should go from one color to another, like yellow to burnt orange to purple or magenta to blue, and then it kind of starts over. But these are very similar in the color progression, and so what are you going to say? What I say is I'm going to crack this out and I'm going to send it to NGC because it is uncirculated, no question. It's authentic. But in this condition, with that designation, they'll only sell for $60 to $100 on eBay. So I'm not going to settle for that. I'm going to crack it out. I'm going to send it to NGC. And if it passes, I'll make another video about it. Anyway, my first submission ever, 6 out of 8, I'm pleased with. And I think I did pretty well. Pretty good judge. I didn't get taken. No fakes. No AUs in there. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I encourage you, if you've never done it, do it. You should do it. And thank you for watching. May God bless you.